Welcome back to Minecraft, y'all. We're gonna hop back in as we keep talking. We're back from wedding and honeymoon. Meg's tired already. And we'll hop back in and keep talking about stuff. Thorn says, I got my PC back in good shape, by the way. Good.
Come up here and take a snoozle.
What was wrong with it?
Come here. Hero, come here. Up here. Come here.
How's that working for you, babe?
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Megan is attempting to get Hero to
come on.
Move up onto the cushion.
Lay down.
How's that going, babe?
It's going. Lay down. Yeah.
Thorn says Meg means me in Norwegian. Isn't that cool?
Oh, I like that. Why?
This is why.
He just keeps on.
I literally was like, this is why we don't do this. This is why we don't do this. I saw that one coming from about a mile away. It was the power supply. What was going on with the power supply? You just need to replace it? I'm glad it's back and I'm glad it's working, man. Fernando says, y'all were sorted down the road from an old family estate that we won't dox on stream. That we definitely will not dox on stream. But it was cool. We got to talk to Footnote about hello? Yes? No, you are caught in the computer cord. Hero, what are you doing, buddy? Are you trying to sabotage stream today? Oh, good.
He likes to lay under there.
I guess. We'll do our best to just not run over him. Anyways, Finno gave us a really excellent dinner recommendation. It was great. It was super fucking fancy. We felt very spoiled to be there. I had like a whole actual fish. Like they take a fish and you eat it. It was great.
Oh god, I think I just hit you. I'm sorry.
Yep, that's fine. It was really delicious. Megan was a little bit disgusted to look at my my whole fish.
It just kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Why did it freak you out?
Because it had bones.
Did Thorn?
The head.
Yeah, for sure. And we had some fried okra for to start, which was also really good. And Megan liked it too, which I was surprised that she tried it.
Yeah, I did.
But Megan's getting more adventurous in her old age. With food. Hey Meg. Before we hop in and keep talking about stuff and all that, and Meg's doing it already, do we just farm today? What do you think? We have...
I don't know.
We still need to farm a ton to get the 1,000 emerald trade.
Uh-huh.
I'm like 2/3 of the way there, so we could put in a solid bit of farming. I'm cool with that if you want to.
Uh-huh.
Do you have any other preferences, or is that what you want to do?
No, that's fine. I don't care.
All right.
That's what I'm doing right now.
I think we might be farming for a bit. It says, God, I love okra. Also, if it says, how about crab soup? I saw crab soup on the menu, but we did not eat crab soup. Are you a crab soup guy?
Are you referencing the time I told the story about crab soup? Did I
no.
tell that story on stream?
I don't know.
His foot.
Oh, I don't know. Be a surprise. Have fun. I hope you win. I hope you're not an imposter. Probably better than Mango Tango's offering. What is Mango Tango?
Oh, yeah, he is referencing the time I told the story about crab soup at Mango Tango.
What's the... I don't even remember this. Oh, in Florida with your family?
Mexico, but yeah.
Mexico with your family?
Uh-huh.
Oops.
Yep.
I do remember now. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, yeah.
Florida, Mexico, tomato.
Tomato.
Oh, I didn't fall as far as I thought I fell. I thought I fell really far. I didn't fall that far. I just want to be clear that Footnote said that, not me, and also Footnote was joking.
About what?
Florida and Mexico being tomato. But when's the last time you were back home and ate at restaurants like that one? What is this dog doing? He's chilling underneath the desk, kicking me with his legs.
He's just comfy boy.
I guess he's very comfy boy. Alright, beetroots, bitches. You think he's walking funny?
No.
Like he needs to go? Okay. I hope not. We haven't had an accident in a while.
No, he's just laying down.
Okay. I feel like the noise is loud every time, man. It says it was a couple years ago. Almost 3 years ago now. I took parents and brother and sister-in-law to one of the finest establishments in the southeast. Incredible. We honestly didn't do a lot of, like, I thought maybe we would do more going to Charleston and stuff and, like, going out to eat fancier and all that jazz, and we really didn't.
I mean, COVID kind of puts a damper on all that.
And also, I feel like we're discovering the older we get, we're, like, slightly homebodies.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not entirely, but, like, partially, we just love being at home. You know? At least I am discovering that about myself, 100%. For sure. Oh, Foot linked the place. Says that place is heaven. It's called Bacchanalia. What does that word mean? I feel like I've heard that word a lot. Usually in reference to like old Greek or
Come up here
Roman.
and lay down. Come on.
Greek or Roman things. Okay. Okay, so let's just farm. Get some good stuff. Megan, I just am here to remind you that you had a story that you were going to tell me earlier.
You have a story.
Megan has a story when we're ready for it. She had a story that she was going to tell me earlier. I made her stop right in the middle of it and said, Meg, would this story be better on stream? She said, oh yeah.
I said, oh, I had considered that.
So we have saved a Megan story.
I don't know, chat probably doesn't want to hear it.
I think that's probably not true. I think they love everything you say, including the fact that Footnote just commented, are we going to get some more Minecraft free association, Meg?
I don't know that I'm feeling that. I haven't had any alcohol today.
We can fix that really easily. I think I'm going to have a beer later.
I've had like this little scratchy throat, I think just because the weather's changing.
Mm-hmm.
But it like a little bit hurts when I talk.
So we might not be
So I'm
super
feeling
talking Meg today.
a little inhibited.
Mm-hmm.
Because it,
Of course.
and I don't think it's the COVID, but
Well, don't feel pressured to chat at all.
I'm gonna chat.
I mean, don't feel pressured to free associate.
I might not free associate hardcore.
Yeah. I may turn your volume up just a little bit so that we can hopefully still hear you, even if you talk a little quieter.
Poor girl.
He is Whisper Girl. Meg, how's your day?
My day was pretty good. Went back to work today.
Mm-hmm. And you had a short day.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
You called me at like on lunch stream at like noonish.
Yeah, like 12:15, I think, is when I left.
Right after I'd started stream, being like, hey, I'm coming home. I'm like, shit, alright.
Yeah.
Great.
Got to take a nap, which was good.
Mm-hmm. You did nap hard.
Yep.
At one point, you and both dogs were napping all downstairs.
Yes.
My whole heart in one photo.
You do
I
like
didn't
the
actually
nap.
take a photo.
You do like the nap.
Yep.
All of us.
The whole family, minus me. I like to nap, I just don't do it very often.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Are they ready for my story, you think?
I don't know. Footnote, please confirm, yay or nay. Are you ready for Meg's very exciting story? There, now I've hyped it up a bunch.
Thank you.
Hyped it up so much. Okay, I think I'm gonna go field by field and do these.
Okay. I'm just kind of doing melons and pumpkins.
Okay. I think that's probably fine. The other stuff is slower to need harvesting anyways.
Nothing looked totally ready. On this
Carrots
end
weren't
anyway.
honestly all that ready, but I may not have just done it anyways. So.
Interesting. Don't
Listen.
you know about compound interest, babe? Do I need to teach you?
Okay, first off, you do not need to teach me about compound interest. You sassy motherfucker.
Excuse me.
I love you. My wife. My wife! Always ready, gotta walk to work. I'm here though. Footnote is ready for your story, man.
Okay.
So, prepare yourselves. So, do you want to say first why this came up?
Yeah.
Okay,
I will.
a little context.
Yeah, so...
Would a show us your melons joke be super distasteful?
I'll show you my
Asking
melons.
for a friend.
I'll show you my melons anytime. You want to see my melons?
Why are my commands not working?
Did you spell that one right?
I don't know.
There might be a second B on the end of that one.
I couldn't get one to work earlier today either. Oh, okay, there we go. So as has been mentioned before, I listened to the podcast, My Favorite Murder, which is like,
Semi-true crime.
yeah, like,
Also, as are most podcasts, because podcasts are a great medium for this, like, you know, a lot of the connection comes from the people.
yeah,
Yeah.
very just like chatty, whatever.
Mhm.
But one of the things they do is they like tell hometown murder stories, so they ask people like to send in their own stories.
Mhm.
And as part of that, so like every week they put out an episode that's like them telling stories, and then another episode that's basically them reading like listener stories.
That's smart. As just a real quick way to double your amount of content, you know?
Uh-huh.
I see why they do that. They're farming the content.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. They don't have to do the work. Yep.
Well, and also
admit that.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
Extend the lifeline of the thing you're doing for sure.
yeah.
The lifetime of the thing you're doing.
So honestly, every couple of episodes, they, like, somebody will write in with some sort of story that's, like, has a weird theme to it, or is not really a murder story, but that they love anyway. And so it's always like, oh, tell us your things you found in walls stories, or tell us your sinkhole stories. Like, these have all been actual things.
Okay.
And so...
Have I ever told you my glory hole story, Megan?
Yeah, you have.
We don't actually have to reference it.
Seen
Let's
your
just say.
glory hole.
What did... Never mind. Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. We're running away from that as quickly as possible.
I thought you were talking about the dam.
That's what... We're...
Oh.
This is one of those that's better left less said, you know?
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So. Anyways.
Leonard, what's up, man?
I was listening to they call them mini-sodes, the one where they read, like, listener stories.
Uh-huh.
So I was listening to the mini-sodes today, and, from last week, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one about a creepy neighbor, and I don't even remember what that story was, to be honest with you.
One of the dogs just farted. Just want you to know that.
Good. Love it.
Oh, God. Mm-hmm.
But they're like, tell us your write in with your creepy neighbor stories. So then that made me think of my creepy neighbor story, which I don't know if I've ever actually told Ryan. He doesn't remember, but he doesn't remember half the stories I tell him. So
That's very true.
as is evidenced by Footnotes, better memory
Footnote's
about.
way better memory of your stories than mine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. In another world, Footnote would marry you instead of me, but I got there first, so.
So.
Leonard, just farming, man. Megan has a story she's been saving all day for us, so I'm very excited to hear it.
So, here begins.
Here begins the story.
Creepy neighbor story. So.
Uh-huh.
Let's start from the beginning.
Oh, let's start. I mean, that's the best place to start.
Very best place to start. So I grew up in like a smallish town.
That we won't dox.
No, I won't dox.
Although we've doxed it plenty of times before.
Yeah. That is like, I don't know, like 15,000 people I think in the county, or maybe in the city.
No, that's the city.
City.
Sounds bigger.
So like, not tiny, but like
Not big.
Small town America for sure. And I grew up in, I think talked about a pretty nice like house. But this was like small town America. Like we weren't even living in some big fancy neighborhood or anything like that. We lived on a main.
If you were to name
it,
if the street were to have a name,
you might call it a main street.
You might distinguish it by the way that it was one of the
main streets.
The main streets in the town.
If you're catching my drift. Our neighbors that live next door were interesting folks. They were sort of like, I don't know if you guys grew up in small towns or if the places you grew up in, had like
Make please write a novel.
Cool guy, hello, how's it going? Thank you, Foot.
I don't know if the places you grew up in had like folklore people. Like, Ryan, did your town have like kind of
folklore people?
Like townies feels wrong because that's the word that like your college used for like girls that grew up in town.
I don't know what you're meaning though.
So like local legend type of characters.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like there's a guy in my town who rides a moped.
Did your town have the guy who?
Yeah.
Yeah. The lady who.
Yes.
Yep.
Like, our town currently still has a guy who rides a moped and only has one arm because his other arm got eaten off by a lion at the circus.
There you go.
That's a true story.
There you go. That town also had a dude who rode his bicycle with the handlebars.
Oh, tall handlebars guy. Yeah.
Yeah, handlebars guy.
Back in the day.
Back in my day.
Growing up, one of the local town legends, her name was Blackfoot. And she lived next door to us. And people called her that because she walked around town barefoot all the time.
Oh.
And so the soles of her feet, thus, were black.
Thusly?
Because she didn't wear shoes. Which, like, looking back on town legends, they probably were just, like, more people with some intellectual disabilities that shouldn't have been made fun of by a bunch of kids.
Is that most every town legend ever? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But anyways, Blackfoot had a son. And her son's name, we'll call him Bobby.
We'll call him Bobby?
Because that's actually what we called him.
Okay.
Because that was his name.
We'll call him Bobby. Why are we calling him Bobby? For anonymity? No. Because that's what we called him.
Well, Bobby's is short for something, but
Is it short for fucking Robert?
Yeah. Turns out.
I can't.
So Bobby lived next door with his mom, Blackfoot.
Lunar, because I'm a dummy. And I just forgot that I shouldn't be doing that. That's all. But also, it's unbreaking. Go ahead.
What are you supposed to use to break crops?
Like anything else that won't break from efficiency, because anything will break them.
Oh, I always use a hoe. Anyways, so scene is set. Blackfoot and Bobby.
Blackfoot and Bobby. You know, every town's got one.
And they had like 23 cats. Not kidding, you could smell the cat pee from our driveway.
Shit.
Yeah, it was bad. But anyways, when I was a wee one, infant, Bobby was probably in high school, honestly, looking at, because I just actually fact-checked some of this on the internet. And,
oh yes, the internet.
So he was probably in high school, when this happened. But the way my mom tells the story is that at like a garage sale or something, and Bobby also, I think, had some intellectual disabilities because, spoiler alert, he ended up dating my sister for a while.
1 second, hold up. Cool Guy says, how long have you been playing this game? Quite a while now, actually. I think we've got, if it shows. Doesn't show. Quite a bit. We've got 80 of the 111 achievements. For quite a while. Alright, go ahead. Bobby dates your sister eventually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
my
alert.
sister who has learning disabilities. Anyways, so Bobby at some point, like, I think my mom was having a garage sale or something, like, came up to my mom and was like, oh, the baby, Megan, like, which room is hers in the house? where in the house is her room located? And, like, can I see it? My mom was like, I don't remember if she told him which room was mine, just kind of, like, not realizing.
Exclamation Megan, by the way.
Oh, yeah, my mom, Cheryl, for clarification. But she didn't let him, like, in to see my room or anything, but she was like, pretty kind of creepy. He was just kind of a creepy dude. And, a few nights later, my mom heard, like, some weird noises in the house, potentially, or, like, I was kind of fussing, and my room was upstairs, and I wasn't a great sleeper, but my mom said I didn't normally, like, cry once I was asleep, and so she, like, heard something, she went up to check on me, didn't notice anything, went back downstairs, and then...
I am very interested to hear where this goes.
And then heard me, like, crying upstairs, so she went back upstairs and took me down to her room. And then, like, a few minutes later, heard, like, footsteps coming down the stairs and the front door slam. And, then later realized, like, the lock on the front door was broken. Didn't call the cops, because I don't know.
What?
Yeah. She, like, was just like, yeah, it's probably Bobby. Makes sense.
Wait,
so
she didn't find him?
No. No,
You're saying now that's probably what you guys think?
Yeah, so she's, like, fairly certain that it was
Bobby
him.
short for Robert?
Yes. And so, like, she got me and then heard somebody run down the stairs from where my room was and slam the door. And, like, so she's pretty sure when she went up there, he was, like, hiding in the closet. So, again, I don't know Bobby's, like, full level of mental capacity. My sister has cerebral palsy, and, like, pretty severe intellectual disabilities, and physical disabilities, and they, like, dated in high school.
What's up, Nick?
And then, this is where the story really gets fun.
It wasn't already fun?
So, good news is my mom fixed the lock on the door. Guess she didn't call the cops because she was like, what were they going to do? Like, nothing actually happened. Like,
I don't know.
There's a
Seems
creeper
like
in
a
my
good thing.
room.
Seems like a good thing to have a record of in the local police.
Yeah. Anyways, turns out, several years later, one Sir Bobby, was arrested. You know what he was arrested for? Child molestation. Yeah.
Oh my
And I
God.
don't actually know. I couldn't tell from the, like, news reports. I looked up some old, like, local newspaper reports if it maybe was a minor that he was having what he assumed was some, not that
Right, there's
is
different
different,
type,
but
not that,
like, I don't know that it was like he snuck into somebody's house and
or a baby's room.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying it could have been
It could have been a not less bad, but very
different situation.
Relationship with a minor or something, or abuse of a minor or something. Okay.
So.
Welcome, Nick. It's a weird fucking stream. Megan's telling us a story from her childhood, and I am wow.
So then, this is where the story gets even better. Bobby goes to prison for child molestation, which he was convicted of. Guess what happens to him in prison?
I heard this part of the story on the phone call. I come downstairs to do the fucking laundry today.
I was
and Megan's
facts of the story with
fact-finding and double-checking with her mom on the phone, and this is the next line is what I hear. What happened to this guy in prison, babe?
He was murdered by being drowned in his toilet by a cellmate.
I come down like, we're having very different fucking days, babe. I'm just over here vibing to some laundry. He was murdered in his...
For real. His cellmate drowned him in the toilet in there. And / that's the story I always heard. The report also mentioned that there was probably some combination of being strangled with a laundry bag as well. But
Nick says, how are we doing? Nick, we're doing fucking weird is how we're doing. It's going, man. Wow.
Yep, and thus ends the
How
story.
have you never told... We're married now, and
I don't
just
know.
heard that story for the first time.
I told that story to, like, my 3rd grade class during a lockdown drill one time. I think I scared the shit out of all of them.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He had not been drowned in the toilet at that point. That happened.
Why did you pick
later
that
in
time
life.
to tell your whole class?
I don't know. We were, like, all sitting there doing nothing. Like, let's tell spooky stories. So, yeah, that's Bobby.
Oh, footnote, don't worry about it, man. I don't think you had no idea where that was going. Cool Guy says I should not be laughing at that. I mean, yeah, we shouldn't be laughing at that, but that's absurd and terrible, obviously. Wow.
Yeah. Unfortunate, probably, that he got drowned in a toilet. Also, I was reading, and because they were seeking the death penalty against the guy that drowned him in the toilet.
Oh, wow.
The cellmate. And the cellmate was like, you know, you always hear about, like, people in prison getting picked on for being child molesters.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't the reason. This guy was just like, I just wanted to kill somebody. I wanted to show that he blamed the Department of Corrections and said I just wanted to show him that it could happen to anyone. So, that's also fucked up.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
That's only one of my murder stories, though.
That's only one of your murder stories?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, my mom got letters from a murderer once.
I think I actually have heard this one.
I think I've told you this one.
Okay, hold up 2 seconds. Let me check in with chat real quick. Chat, how we doing? Other than freaked out by Megan's spooky October stories. What the fuck?
Halloween!
Nick, what are you guys up to tonight? How's it going? Sorry, we're just in listening mode. Megan is freaking going off right now with stories I've never heard.
So yeah, that was the time I almost got abducted, maybe.
Murder! Nick says that is nuts. Agreed. Jesus.
I don't know what happened to Blackfoot. They don't live at... Their family doesn't live in that house anymore. They haven't for quite some time.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell like cat pee anymore. Actually, somebody flipped it recently, and it looks really nice now.
Is that the house, like, literally next door?
Uh-huh.
It does look very nice.
Yeah.
I never knew this story about the people that lived there before, though.
Yeah.
You have all these crops in your inventory, or where?
Meg, I love you, but being picked on is like haha stole your lunch, not haha slit your throat.
You know how rapists and stuff get picked on in prison? It would have been different even if she said picked on.
Well,
instead, she said, they get picked on. Like...
Yeah, you're right. That was probably a misconstruction. I know, I've been putting them in the chest.
Boxes? Alright.
Yeah.
Nick says we're doing well, just chilling on the couch doing different stuff. I love it. Tell Abby we said hello. My mother works in a law-related field, so we've received threats against our family and have a picture up in the kitchen of a guy to call the police if we see him.
That's scary.
That is scary. Yeah. That is scary. Wow.
Did I ever tell you? I don't think I did tell you the story because I don't tell the story very often because it still makes me self-conscious.
Wait, hold up. I gotta keep responding to comments too. Cool Guy says, I just came for Ryan's epic Minecraft gameplay. Oh, Cool Guy. Oh no. I think you're in the wrong stream. Epic Minecraft gameplay? You mean Farming Simulator 2020? Alright, Nick says, did some homework after work today, but she's just hanging out. She said, hi back. I love it. Alright, go ahead.
I did get threatened once by an adult as a child.
Like, threatened with detention or threatened with murder?
Not murder. Possibly violence.
I did get threatened. Okay, I did get threatened. I don't know that Meg knows this story. But it involves an ex-girlfriend, so I'm sure she'll love this one.
Oh. Well, my story is
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Let me tell it really fast. Then you can tell yours, then I'll tell my other murder story.
Go ahead.
I think it was 6th grade, maybe 7th grade basketball coach, when we started the season, was this pretty creepy dude who was like really buff and had a lot of tattoos. Not even buff, just like big and burly guy. Like had like neck tattoos and was really creepy. And we all like didn't get good vibes from this guy. I think he was a parent. It must have been 7th grade because I think he was like his daughter was a 6th grader. And during like the middle of the season, he was asked to resign for reasons that were not told to us. and therefore there was a lot of speculation, especially from like us, the players, that it was like something creepy and like sexual, basically. And at some point, I was made aware, and somebody was like, "Well, he has a daughter." And at some point, I was made aware that his kids were adopted and not his actual kids. Like, he was their stepdad and hadn't been married to their mom that long. And I said something like that out loud in response to somebody saying, like, he has kids. He wouldn't hurt kids. Which, number one, is a terrible defense. And but I shouldn't have been like, well, they're not his real kids. This is going
very, very interesting directions. Go ahead.
So, yeah, I don't think I was really, I was never, like, a gossiper or much of a, like, whatever. So I don't remember being one that was like, oh, yeah, I bet you, like, did something super inappropriate. I just, like, at one point said, like, oh, yeah, he's their stepdad. Like, hasn't been married to their mom that long. And that's, like, what I remember contributing. And again, I was a 7th grade girl. I probably was not participating in, like, healthy, respectful dialogue of this situation. And I, like, completely acknowledge that.
What a funny sentence. I was a 7th grader. I was probably not participating in healthy, respectful dialogue.
I'm being honest. I don't remember being, like, accusatory at all. I just remember saying, like, oh, yeah, he's their stepdad. And
potentially unfair to stepdads everywhere, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like,
yeah,
I don't tell this story often because I feel like
a little...
I was probably pretty shitty of me, like, to even say it. But then he called our house because he found out that I said this and left a threatening voicemail for my dad that was like, we'll handle this man to man if I hear that, like, she's talking shit again, basically. Like, I'll come for you, basically.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like...
Your 7th grade, you said what the fuck?
No.
7th grade Christian, you probably said...
7th grade me probably cried and prayed and asked for forgiveness. But yeah. So...
Alright.
That was
you just
weird.
Really needed to get that story out, huh?
Yeah.
You just really needed to get that one out?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm glad you got it out.
I don't tell that story very often because I did feel like somewhat in the wrong. But then it's definitely not right for a grown man to call a 7th grade girl's house and, like, threaten violence upon her family. So, you know.
You never know what you're going to get with Meg. My throat hurts, I'm not going to be that talkative.
My throat does kind of hurt. But...
She's got all kinds of stories for us tonight. Lunar says, once a guy tried to break my nose, and then when he tried, he broke his finger. Oh, I thought how did he break it?
Trying to break his nose.
Like, on your face? On your nose? On his nose, he says. All right.
That's amazing.
That also sounds painful for you, but...
also funny. So when were you threatened, babe?
So there was this... So I dated a girl for a little while, in high school and into college, actually. Only in college, but it was like the summer after high school. Actually, no, it was the summer after that, so it was all in college. And the problem is, she was dating one of my, like, friends first. And, but they were, like, a very unhealthy relationship, and they ended it very quickly, but the guy wasn't over it, and then, when I started dating the girl, he got very upset, and I think I was only 18 at the time, though. His dad started sending text messages to my phone, saying stuff like he was to meet at the high school parking lot so we could fight and stuff. Like, nice. Great. I don't know if you know me, sir, but I'm a fighter. I'm a lover.
God, footnote.
A family member whose relation I will not divulge was unhappy with how the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers was dealing with the legal thing, so this family member decided the best thing was to send confetti letter bombs to the then president. My family's phone lines were monitored for some time afterward.
Foot, I have bad news. They're still monitoring your damn phone lines.
I mean, maybe not yours, but your family's probably.
Yeah.
You wanna sleep?
Oh, sure. Will crops grow while we sleep?
Maybe. I don't know. Chat, will crops grow while we sleep? Minecraft experts? Ooh. Nick says I never heard that one. Yeah, I haven't told that a ton. I mean, the dad was like a 17-year-old in a 45-year-old's body. Cool guy says yes, we should sleep every night then. That's like the thing slowing us down.
Alright, I'm asleep.
So, yes and no? I know time will pass. Will the crops get further along, do you think? It grows normally? So it's not growing at a speeded up rate. Okay.
Okay, that's what I was curious about.
Do they grow more slowly at night anyways, though?
I have no idea.
Because there's no sun?
Is that how real plants work?
Okay, footnote. Footnote clarified that this was not the president of a company. This was the president of the actual U.S.
That's how I read that story.
I was reading it as the president of a company.
No.
Or the
That's
president
why I was like,
of,
they're
like...
still monitoring your phones.
Yeah, they probably are. Wow.
Oh god, there's a creeper in the field.
Okay, so it's definitely best, by the way, to skip nighttime.
There's a creeper.
I heard you. I'm looking.
He's like down in one of the irrigation tunnels.
I'll take care of him.
I think this pumpkin one. Yep, right here.
Sniped him. I just Tarkov sniped him right there.
Thanks, babe.
Yep.
Which president was it, Foot? Will you tell us that much?
Cool guy, tell me more about this glow squid thing. I don't actually know how that works. Like I know they did was it a survey? Like a survey or a poll? A poll, that's the word. A poll on Twitter, maybe? For stuff? To determine what the next mob or something in Minecraft would be? It was Carter, he thinks. Wow.
Ah, Jimmy. Good guy. Alright, just tell me when you're ready for the other Cheryl murder story.
No, hit us with it. Exclamation Megan in chat. Go for it. Yeah, sure.
So...
Can't wait.
This is what... So... I feel like I'm just, like, hosting a guest fake rip-off episode of My Favorite Murder.
Can't wait.
But, My Favorite Murder, basically the premise of, like, hometown writing in your stories is that everybody has some sort of, like, hometown murder that they have, like, some personal connection with or just know about from, like, legend.
Mm-hmm.
That they is kind of, like, what got them into true crime. Or, like, was a childhood, like, point of fascination or fear or whatever. And so this is my hometown murder story. And it did not happen directly in my hometown.
It's how Megan murdered a person outside of her hometown. It's her hometown story. What?
So I might mention some of the details because it was not directly in my hometown. So I might dox the area a little bit.
Hold up 1 second, okay? I just don't want to get too far away from these comments. There's a bunch of them. So
okay,
the glow, they're gonna add a glow squid into the game. Lunar says it might be lame depending on how they implement it. Could be dope. Last vote we got the Phantom, which is a damn drag. The Phantoms in the air? Those are fucking scary.
I hate those things.
Those things suck. Cool guy says we got caves and cliffs. But we also got the Warden, who's ugly AF. It's a brand new hostile mob. Cool. It's blind. Interesting. Okay, go ahead.
So.
Sorry, lots to unpack there.
Let me. So this murder happened.
We're definitely getting into spooky mood, by the way.
Yeah, it's spooky season. Let me just
pumpkin spice season for sure. Are you Googling shit right now?
Yeah.
I love it. Megan's treating this like she gets to guest host an issue of an episode of My Favorite Murder.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's...
They're not, Lunar says they're just annoying, they're not scary. They're pretty easy to deal with.
So this is, my hometown murder is called the Valentine's Day Massacre.
Hold up.
Ryan, stop interrupting your murdery wife.
I said hold up. That's the best part of that. Alright, go ahead.
Hold up.
Hold up.
As if I couldn't hear the ding.
I know, I forget that
waiting
you
for it.
have your headphones in now.
So this is sometimes known as Valentine's Day Massacre, but also the Hollinsburg murders. So this was in 1977. And essentially, so the story is that there were these 4 boys that were about high school age. The leader of their, like, kind of clique of guys, his name was Roger Drollinger. I said I was gonna dox the story.
No. I'm amazed by you. That's all. That's what that look was.
Yeah. And so Roger Drollinger was kind of like a little bit of like a cult-like leader. He actually, this was not long after Helter Skelter and the Manson murders. And so he had this group of friends and was like, we need to kill somebody to see what it's like. And he made them take, so it was him and 3 other boys. And I think he was like 20 and everybody else was like 18, 19. They were all legally adults, but like young adult boys. And Drollinger was like, we're taking a blood oath and we're gonna kill some people
good
for
old
fun.
fucking blood oaths. What good have they ever done?
Yeah, seriously.
You ever hear about a blood oath that goes well?
No.
Murder.
And he was like, we're gonna kill some people for fun and to see what it's like, because that's what we do. And this part of the story is really sad. Actually, this whole story is terrible. But he actually like made them kill a German Shepherd first.
Oh.
To like, I think he shot the dog to show them like how easy it is to murder something or someone.
Wow.
So on Valentine's Day evening, 1977, they set out in Drollinger's car, and he was like, we're gonna find somebody.
Blood oath. We're gonna build a kindergarten. Blood oath. Let's go repaint that orphanage that really needs it. New coat of paint. Alright, go ahead.
So, they set out Valentine's Day evening, 1977, with the intent to kill some people. Or someone. And basically they drove around the country in rural Indiana, and like found a mobile home, and they saw a car pull out, and so I think there was like still a light on or something, so they're like, well, I can't remember if they saw the dad leave and that's why they picked the house. Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me fact check.
Oh, she's gonna full on fact check now. I'm sure it's not that important.
It's important to me.
Okay, it's important to her. Never mind. It's important. Oh, I love this one.
So yeah, they like saw this house. I think they had maybe some nice cars or something. So they like lurked until the dad left, and then they cut the phone lines to the house and went inside.
Also never a good sign.
Yeah, and so there were four boys, and they went inside, and there were 2, 3, 4, a mom and her 4 sons inside.
Oh, 4 sons? They kill all of them?
Let me tell the story.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So they like went in and lined them all up and made them all lay down, like face down on the ground. And trigger warning, violence, by the way. And Roger, like, I guess instructed everyone to, like, each was instructed to shoot, like, one of the people, while, like, I think a couple other people robbed the house. And so it was the mom, and then her son and 3 stepsons, 22, 17, 16, and 14. And so the mom actually had a wig on, and when they shot her in the head, it like blew her wig sideways off of her head, and they thought she was dead, but she wasn't. And so she laid there and pretended to be dead while she like literally heard her sons bleeding out next to her.
Oh my god. First off, a wig saved her life. Also,
yeah.
Wow.
And so they're like, there's a quote literally where she's like, I could hear like the rushing of the blood from them. So she played dead, and the 4 guys left, thinking they had killed everyone. But she was still alive. Betty, her name is Betty Spencer. I just was reading it. And so she like ran next door to the neighbor's house and got help, and she lived and went on to be like a major victims advocate following the death of her 4 sons. So yeah, the 4 guys that did the murdering, one of them went to high school with my mom, lived down the road from her, and she used to give him rides to school every day.
Wow.
Yeah. Name was Danny Stonebreaker.
Huh.
And she said, like, he was a really quiet guy, and, like, was always fairly nice, but, like, she tells it very much the way I've read it, which is that, like, Drollinger was kind of, like I said, a cult-like personality, and kind of was the ringleader of these other ones, and that he just like got sucked in with the wrong people, obviously. But so they all went to prison, I think for life. I think Roger Drollinger is dead. I think Danny Snowbreaker is still alive. But he wrote my mom a letter from prison once, which, because my brother, one of my older brothers, had brain cancer when he was little. And he lived and is doing well, but they were on like
maybe not doxing so hard here.
What?
Maybe not doxing so hard here.
Oh.
They were
on a newspaper, like in a newspaper article.
Sure. Yep.
And the guy saw the newspaper article and wrote my mom a letter and was like, I hope you forgive me, and I'm sorry, and I'm praying for you, and I really fucked up, basically. So, yeah. It's the time my mama got a letter from a murderer.
There you go. Damn. Thanks so much for watching this episode of our Minecraft Let's Play series. If you liked what you saw, we would really appreciate a like underneath the video. Otherwise, we'll see you at the same time, same place tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.